1274 on the 505 replacement bus. That's an NG hybrid, and there's his diesel counterpart, 8198. Formerly a Wilson bus, now a Queensway bus. And there it goes, heading into the Parkdale neighborhood. And I was really glad to actually ride an NG hybrid for a change. Hey, what's happening, guys? Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you may be in the world. Alex here in the city's Parkdale neighborhood, although we're probably exiting Parkdale right now as we're walking north of Roncesvalles Avenue here in the somewhat west end of Toronto. I'm not sure if he honked at me, but yeah, I just finished a nice hearty Oreo and brownie confection at the Dairy Queen on Bloor. And then I fast walked to Dundas West Station to catch either the 504 streetcar or bus. I mean, they're running both. But I think later this evening, they're going to be strictly running buses just for tonight, because they're doing a lot of construction projects around it. I don't even know. It's really, really complicated when it comes to streetcar shutdowns and then bus replacement services, but they were running both. And the buses are, of course, much faster than the streetcars. Although our Toronto streetcars are very iconic and they're useful. I mean, they're so freaking slow at times. It stops at every single stop. And most of our streetcars are in mixed traffic, and there's been a lot of political debate if streetcars should exist here in the city, but that's just a topic for another day. Anyway, even though the sun isn't out, it's still a nice quiet evening here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Here comes a 504B streetcar. For now, I think the 504 has two branches. One that goes to Distillery, which is the A branch, and the B branch goes to Humber Loop. But the replacement bus I was on goes down to Spadina and King, which is right in the downtown core. I only thought of this last minute, while I was having my my dessert at Dairy Queen. I thought, I haven't made a walking video here along Roncesvalles in a while. And the past several times I did it, I was walking south. So now we're heading in the other direction on the west side of Roncesvalles. So, yeah, here I am. This is the heart of Toronto's Polish community. I saw various buses along the way, a Nova, an OG hybrid. At least they're running mixed buses and streetcars for now. But I did see a sign saying at 11 p.m. Some temporary routing for the night would take effect. Most likely buses, because they're always doing freaking something with the streetcars. So, but I haven't been here in a while. So, also it's just not even. There's barely anybody out. I mean, there's so many restaurants here, but it's also still a work day. So, or now work night, because today is Thursday, 4th of July. Once again, happy Independence Day to all my American viewers down south. Here comes the streetcar. I was actually on that streetcar first, but then I didn't see a driver in there, so I just exited. And then came the replacement bus, so I just hopped on that instead. It just got me here in a jiffy. So the sun normally sets around now, because it's just after 9:15 p.m. But not really a sunset, but it still nice though. I'm still out here. Earlier in the evening, around 8 p.m., I did a walking video on on Parklawn Road in Etobicoke. And I'm also not sure if he honked at me too. I cannot tell. But I decided to hop off a subway at Keele and walk to the Dairy Queen and get a delicious brownie and Oreo confection. I haven't had that in ages. I was eating that thing fast because I didn't want to stick around and be late. I think the last time I walked up north in a video along Roncesvalles was back in the very early days of my channel when I had my phone and a gimbal. It was way back during the COVID lockdowns that we walked north. So a bit of some nostalgia. But the last time I did this, I was heading south and it was raining. It was so freaking depressing that day. But today, or I should say tonight, not so much. Again, there's a lot of variety stores, small-sized businesses and shops. Actually, when I was on the bus, I think halfway through, I did see a lot of people eating at a restaurant. Also, there's a patio, so we might be passing that. A lot of old houses here. I am going to cross over to the other side at some point just because, there's so many stores here. In fact, I'm going to do that right now and jaywalk, even though it's not really the best thing to do. Don't do what I just did, folks. But nothing was coming, so. Okay, this place here on the right is busy. Sangria Lounge. And here's a mural. I'm pretty sure there was a CLRV streetcar on this very mural here. I remember walking by it 3 years ago. Pretty sure it's the same mural, but they obviously did something with it. A lot of indigenous art on that. Yep, there's the symbol. Oh yeah, by the way, one thing I didn't even mention in the walking video I did an hour and a half ago is the shirt I'm wearing. This is a shirt I got while I was in New York City last week, and I love New York shirts. And I have another one. One is black, but I'm wearing a white one right now. I got this at a pretty cheap souvenir shop right at Times Square. And there's a Gabby's here. I got a friend named Gabby. We were classmates together. And so far, it's a good evening. There's supposed to be a chance of rain tomorrow, but still a little bit of sun, so. But sadly, though, I've been kind of unlucky going on to evenings and trying to catch a sunset, but oh well. Maybe I'll do that again later. Because, the sun sets just after 9 p.m. But then next week, the sun is going to start setting before 9 and then gradually before 8, 7, you name it. This here is a Polish institution of worship. I see another 504 bus coming. And that's a new flyer, an Excelsior Hybrid, unit number 7208. There's a couple of things. Well, there's a couple of things that I actually refrained from talking about since I came back from New York. Specifically, when I visited the World Trade Center area, and oh wow, that thing is small. Wow. What is that? Oh, it has a handicap sign on it, and there's literally a guy just standing there, so I didn't want to film it. There's the streetcar. There it is. There it is. Yeah, that's been here for a while, depicting our very old, iconic streetcars from the 1970s. But yeah, it was probably a good thing I didn't mention that I was at the World Trade Center, because obviously, 20 years ago, the horrific events that really transpired in the world, I mean, it was really disturbing. It's probably a lot depressing. It's probably very depressing to talk about too. But oh, look, there it is. That is so freaking small. Wow, I've never seen that before. Never. There it goes, turning left onto Hyde Park Boulevard. But yeah, it's a good thing I didn't mention about my time at the World Trade Center, because we were at Ground Zero. We were technically walking on sacred ground, because that's where thousands of people perished their lives, just going about their days, working at the offices. And then there's also the hundreds of first responders of NYPD and FDNY, and I learned so much. But that was probably the most surreal experience, like the most surreal time I was in New York. Just going to the 9/11 Memorial Museum, and yeah, I don't really want to get into that. It's gonna be, I think you guys are gonna be very depressed by the way I'm explaining, but also today. It was hot as hell, man. Like the only time I went out was to get groceries, and it was just very hot. And then I finally finished editing my New York City videos. Surprisingly, I filmed lots of them. Most of them are just subway rides, but the last two I edited were what I call a movie of random clips. Is literally over an hour long. Like, kind of similar to how I do of the Random Toronto series. And then I also put together a New York City subway compilation. So I got 2 long videos coming up. So I think by the time you see this, none of them are posted yet. Or I did, however, today post a video from the Empire State Building. I was all the way up there during a freaking thunderstorm. It was quite the experience, man. Like, we were outside on the observation deck. It wasn't on the video, but the attendant was literally saying, "Go inside, everybody go inside. It's a lightning storm, you're gonna get hurt." Some shit like that. So and then we just watched the rest of this lightning show from it's every 5 seconds there's a freaking bolts of lightning just striking down the New York area. It was incredible. I was really glad to show you guys that, but yeah, New York City was just mostly a vacation. I didn't make walking videos because it's such a huge city. And plus, there's a lot more crazies out there than right here in Toronto. There's so many people that are out to bribe you for money and shit. But I mean, I've already talked about that in the videos I did after I came back. But it was very fun. Speaking of which, my cousin just texted me. She's like, "You didn't even tell me how the flight was. Send me some pictures." Come on, Emily, I will get back to you. I will get back to you when I'm done here, because I am working. But yeah, it was amazing. I'm very glad to have finally finished editing the videos. Because I knew before I left Canada that I was gonna make a lot of videos, and sure enough, I did. Just so many. So I just tried to film whatever I can. When I went to the Big Apple. So, and plus, I went to New Jersey for 2 hours. So I've been to 2 U.S. states in my life. And there's still a couple of open restaurants here. Lebanon Express. We got a Nova Hybrid coming up. It's a newer one. 7069. That's one I've been on many times. Yeah, to be honest with you, I've never walked Roncesvalles at night. I think she was walking way too close to me. Oh yeah, here's the thing too. In New York City, I got bumped on like twice. They don't even give a shit there. They don't even say sorry, but that is part of American society. But right here, it's different. If they bump into you, then they say sorry, of course. I always do the same thing. But very rarely here, they don't give a shit about bumping into people. Like, they don't even say sorry sometimes. That's when like, what the fuck? Why, you know you bumped me. You didn't even say sorry. But in New York, I don't say anything because the attitude is different. Like, for example, if someone like bumps into you intentionally or not, and he says something like that, they're gonna get so fucking mad at you. So that's one thing you gotta be aware of. Unfortunately, like people can get. I'm really not trying to offend anybody, but it's society in the United States is different than here in Canada. Really, really different, but. We all come, as Canadians, we all come as very, very nice, but it's funny I'm talking about that because today is Independence Day. And look, we have someone from Virginia here. I've been seeing a lot of Virginia plates here lately. I like how the TD logo is lit up at night. I'm going to start walking a little bit faster. How have we not passed Dundas yet? Seriously. Oh, this streetcar's making a right. Wait, that's Howard Park. Oh, shucks. We still got quite a ways to go. Oh, look at this. We got a vintage TV here. An old radio station. Man, that's so cool. Yeah, I know. I'm already yapping way too much about New York City because it was awesome going there. Especially riding the subway, even though dirty, unclean, it really gets you anywhere. Unlike here, like we are small compared to New York City. 1590. Not to mention the buses in New York City are very similar to ours here. They have a lot of Orion 7s, New Flyer Excelsiors, Novas. All right, Howard Park. 504A, so that's making a left here. No, that's the 50. What the? Oh yeah, I think that might have started the routing changes. I think. Again, this is all very confusing, man. Very freaking confusing. 4609, that's one of the brand new Alstom streetcars, although there is absolutely no freaking difference between the newer Alstoms and the older Bombardiers. They're just all very they're just very, very similar. I think it's 4604 and up. They're all brand new streetcars. We're going to be getting a lot more of them over the next 2 years. Man, that was a great dessert. So much brownie, chocolate sauce, and fudge pieces. That was amazing. Okay, Dundas is coming up. So now I am a bit of a short walk from Dundas West subway station. So right after that, I'm gonna start heading home. And I'm gonna get home in probably 30 minutes. Seriously, 30 minutes. See what happens when you live right next to the subway. You can just easily get to downtown like 15, 20 minutes or anywhere like Kipling, Kennedy in just less than an hour. Hewitt Avenue. The station entrance is on this side, so I won't cross anymore. It's time well spent, though. Still hot outside, but at least it's not at least it's not scorching hot like it was earlier today. I wouldn't even stand a chance. We're probably much hotter than Florida right now. That's the Dundas streetcar turning on to Dundas. There, like, the history of Dundas Street is really detailed. Someone made a video about it, about why Dundas goes to like different curves. It's very weird. I forgot the name of the channel, but I think maybe search up the history of Dundas Street West. There's a Nova from Eglinton or Arrow 8847. I did see an OG hybrid on the way here. Maybe he's just laying over. By the way, if I was going to Keels, though, it's my other area, I would only have to take the 168. And that is a very quick ride. Probably like less than 10 minutes. But gotta take the long. But since I'm not going there, I gotta hop on the subway, which wouldn't even take long, as I just mentioned. Sorry guys, I am really trying to walk at a much faster pace here because it's getting late. As much as I, enjoy being out at night, you really gotta just be aware of your surroundings. And again, that's why I didn't make any walking videos in New York City. Unfortunately, some fucking degenerate decided to assault random people near where I was on Canada Day. Near where I was in Leslieville. Randomly assaulted 3 people. And then last week while I was away, somebody got freaking murdered, stabbed to death at Jane Station. I saw the article and the link to a GoFundMe page from a family friend of the victims that he was on his way to meet his friends like every other Torontonian would do. And then he got into some physical altercation and then whatever, fucking bozo just ended his life there. Fucking tragic. And I'm even like at higher risk because I have a camera. Like I could get shot or freaking stabbed because I'm filming right now, even though you are within your rights to film in public, that's for sure. But seriously, you gotta be aware. No way in hell I'm going to freaking Jane and Finch or Moss Park, Regent Park. No, because those are places where you probably get stabbed at night. At daytime, it's fine. Like there's no. I mean, it doesn't hurt going there in the daytime. But at night, no, that's when all the freaking crazies come out. So. Anyway, we are almost at Bloor Street West. I'm gonna hop into the subway at Dundas West Station. All I gotta do is just take the eastbound train to St. George and then northbound to Glencairn. So I will get home in probably less than 30 minutes, so. Yeah, guys, I think it was well worth it making the last minute bus ride out to Roncesvalles Village. I filmed some very original Otis elevators in here. They were awesome. Still original. And there's the Crossways Complex, which are known for their bad reviews. But they do have a Dover elevator in there, which I filmed twice. All right, we did it. So I'm going to end things off here and sign off. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. As always, stay tuned for more videos. Check out my others as well. Happy 4th of July to my American viewers down south, whether you're in New York, New Jersey, Illinois, California, Kentucky, Ohio. Thank you so much. I appreciate the donations as well via Super Thanks or PayPal. There's our OG hybrid. I'm gonna film that right now. All right, guys, take care, adios, and bye-bye.